Today we're going to cover how to set up and use the ProMaster Chroma Still Life Studio. When you first open your Still Life Studio, it's going to be flat like this. We're going to begin assembling it so that we can get the side walls set up, and then we can move to putting backgrounds in it before finishing the box assembly. So to begin, we open this front flap and we raise the studio up. We take this flap, which has the ProMaster logo on it, and fold it down out of our way. Then we take the top flap of the studio, and you'll notice that the LED lights are already installed here. We're just going to fold this back out of our way as well. Now we can open the side walls. As we open them, we simply securely make sure that the hook and loop at the base of each side wall makes a good attachment. Just like that. Now we're ready to install our backgrounds. You'll notice that the Still Life Studio includes a number of different backgrounds. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to begin by installing the white background, which is one of the most commonly used backgrounds. So there's hook and loop on the background. We're going to start by affixing the hook and loop to the back wall of the studio. Next, we're going to slide the bottom of the background into this lip in the base. With that installed, all we need to do is smooth out the curve, and our background is ready. One of the unique features of the Still Life Studio is the semi-transparent background that's also included. You'll notice that it also has some hook and loop on it, and this can be attached above any of the other backgrounds. We simply attach it to the front-facing hook and loop on one of the other backgrounds. And once it's in place, we can slide other types of flat objects underneath the transparent background in order to create a very unique effect in your photos or in your videos. Once you've done that, you can then slide the base of the transparent background into the fold. Now that we have the backgrounds in, we want to install the diffusion sheet. Now this is not necessary to the box, but it does do a nice job of softening the light, so we do recommend using it in any of your use of the box. It's a lot easier to install the diffusion sheet with the lid of the box open because the hook and loop strips on it affixed to the inside edge at the top of each sidewall. Once the diffusion sheet has been installed, we can close the lid of the box, and then we can also shut the front. Now that the box has been fully assembled, we can look at the different places that we can access shooting into the inside of the box. So first we have a small port over here. Simply unvelcro it and affix it like that. Or we can unzip for a greater amount of access and fold this panel across the top of the box. And the third option is to be able to shoot straight down inside of the box, which is up here. Let's get the unit ready for the lights to be powered up. You'll notice in the box there are three important components for this: a controller, a transformer, and an AC cable. We're going to start by connecting the controller to the box. There's a cable that comes out of the top corner of the box. We make a connection, and then we screw that together. Next, we want to connect the transformer to the controller, just like that. And we'll connect the AC cord to the transformer. Now we're ready to connect the plug to any standard wall outlet. With the unit connected to wall power, now we can turn it on. We use the switch here to power up the controller. And this unit has three different modes. I want to start off by pointing out that in any mode at any time, you can press this button here for brightness, and then move the control wheel back and forth to adjust the brightness of the lights. The modes can be switched here pressing the mode button. Each time we press it once, it cycles through the modes. We have CCT, HSI, and effects. In CCT mode, the box has white light, and you can control the coolness and the warmth of that light. You do so by pressing this button here for temperature, which is color temperature, and moving the control wheel. If we switch to HSI mode, now the box has color. so we can change the hue, which is the color of the light. There are 360 of those to choose from. We press this button again, which is now for hue, and we move the control wheel back and forth to choose one of 360 different colors. Once we've selected a color, we can press the saturation button, and we can adjust the saturation of that color between 0 and 100%. Finally, in the effects mode, we have a number of different effects which are good for doing video work. These are numbered. By pressing the effects button and moving the control wheel, we can scroll through these different effects. You'll notice that some of the effects are repeated, but there's a slow, medium, and a fast option for some of them. The group channel button here is used for wireless control if you're using the app with a phone or a tablet. Pressing it once gets us into our groups. There's an A, B, and a C group. Pressing it a second time goes into channels. There's 15 of those to choose from. Finally, we have a standby mode. By pressing that button, we temporarily power down the lights without actually turning the unit off if you need to step away for a few minutes. Pressing it a second time powers the unit back up. An alternative to using the controller is to wirelessly control the box using the Light Attendant app. You can do this with a phone or a tablet. When using Light Attendant, make sure that the controller is powered on and the lights are turned on before attempting to connect the app to the light. You also need to make sure that the controller is on the entire time that you're using the app. Connecting Light Attendant to the Still Life Studio is ridiculously easy. Simply launch the app. Notice in the top left-hand corner it says Add a Light. You press on that, it immediately finds the light, so we add it. It takes a moment to connect, and now we can tell that we're connected here because it says that it's paired, and we have a blue highlight around that particular device. We touch here to get into the controls for this light, and this should look familiar. It's going to work a lot like the controller did. We have 3 different modes: CCT, HSI, and effects. Notice at the bottom of every screen in Light Attendant there's a help button. By pressing this, you will get a scrolling screen of instructions that are very specific to that particular mode in Light Attendant. When you're finished with the help, press the left arrow to exit and you're back into your modes. Now that we've covered how to use the Still Life Studio, please refer to the written manual. There's a list of safety precautions there that you really need to read to be sure that you use the unit in a safe fashion. Also, if you have any questions about this unit, be sure to contact us. You can do so through ahuman@promaster.com.